ago, I guess now.
I know we got into the Dwarven City, and we shared some tales and drank and slept and leveled up twice, I think.
Yes.
That's what I remember.
Just the
Really
best
good.
nap.
And then we were going to go meet the king the following day after our excellent nap.
It's one of those naps you wake up from and you don't even know what day it is, but you feel amazing. Check my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything. So yeah, did everybody get their 2 levels done?
I did.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay. I think I've got everything. Let me get the... I know I had a better... Oh, there it is. Nope, trying to get the ambiance on. All right, so yep, you guys wake up from your amazing nap. Do you remember? I don't know if I wrote it down. Did they tell you like what time or like actually get the appointment set with the king for the next day? I think they did.
They were going to, set it up, but I can't remember the specifics.
I don't remember them either.
Yeah, same. No memory.
Gonna have to get more specific. All right. So yeah, they did already have the appointment set then. Sorry, I missed that part. Okay. So you wake up fully rested, refreshed, and leveled up twice as far. All your muscles are larger, or your brains, depending on what class you are. And I will turn it over to you. I think we'll say that the appointment with the king was for sometime about mid-morning, so you've got a little bit of time before that happens if you have anything else that you want to do.
I can't really think of a whole lot that I need done.
You know, there is something I want to do. I want to see. I found a ring in one of our adventures in the Gauss layer. I just want to see if anyone knows what it is. If it's anything special.
Sure.
Okay. So you want to find a jeweler or something in the area?
Yeah, some kind of appraiser. It's probably nothing. Probably just pretty, but you never know.
Okay. So if you take a walk out of the tavern, it only takes you a couple of minutes to find an establishment with a sign hanging over the door that features a necklace and a ring. It seems to be some sort of jeweler.
Sounds suspicious. Suspicious enough to be a jeweler.
Indeed. So you enter, and there's a dwarf behind the counter. And he's working on something with a very, very small set of tools, looking through a magnifying glass at it. And he looks up and greets you. Ah, customer. What can I do for you?
Well, I found this in a, well, it was a fun lair of a Gauth, but I don't know if it's anything besides just a little trinket. Would you mind taking a look at it? I'm going to hand him a little ring I found.
Certainly. He takes it and he puts it under the magnifying glass that he was just looking through, and he kind of turns it over in his hand and taps against it with his fingernail, and he holds it back out to you. It's a very well-fashioned ring. I don't see anything unusual or incredible about it. I'd say it's probably worth 2 or 3 golds, maybe.
Alright. If we get desperate enough, I can sell it, but I just want to make sure it wasn't going to make me explode if I put it on.
Well, I don't see anything of that nature attached to it, but one can never know, I suppose.
Exactly. Of course, you're going to try it on for me.
He shakes his head. I'd rather not take my chances.
Finger guns. And I'm out.
He goes back to working on whatever he was working on as you leave.
No, that's a smart man.
It is. And he didn't try to sell me a ladder.
It's a separate establishment for that here.
No one's perfect.
They have to make them custom because the steps have to be closer together.
Huh.
Wow, that's racist.
Yeah. Hey man, he's either a really good jeweler or he's just making stuff up. Best way to tell.
So, anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. So breakfast the next morning, served at the, or not the next morning, that morning, served at the inn. If you would like to partake, will obviously cost money, or you can use some of your supplies, whatever you wish.
Dun dun dun.
I'm so sad that I never got to use that spell to good effect when I was playing my druid.
Well, that's unfortunate. Fortunately, I've got all the food I need right here.
Oh, I forget about this.
Yep. Man, I wish I had the luxury of forgetting about this as well.
Kind of.
I can't tell. I think right now I'm doing pretty alright with mostly the bark.
Yeah, I mean, you feel pretty decent just eating the bark. For future reference, because I'm sure that I'll forget. Like you can eat other food; it doesn't make you sick or anything.
Yes,
but
I'm
you
aware.
definitely crave the bark.
Correct.
So you're not
As
like
if
a
it were
vampire?
normal food.
Right.
I sure hope not. Last I checked, I was a Loxodon, but I've been surprised by that before.
What race will be next?
Yeah, I hope this is the last one.
I mean, there's
I
certainly
mean-
options. I'm pretty sure that there are some race changes in the
Oh, cool, great.
net Librum.
Great,
Excellent.
it happened again.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill then. Do we want to, like, explore the town or anything, or are we just gonna... I guess we should probably just chill waiting for, our liaison to roll up and give us the what's what.
I mean, to be fair, we're a very obvious group of people if we wanted to walk around a little bit.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll be honest, I'm still doing pretty good. Although I don't think I'm dressed quite well enough to meet a king, though. I think I might need some new threads.
Shopping montage.
Shopping montage.
I think Wit's eyes would get huge at this.
I'm pretty sure you missed the last shopping montage. No, somebody missed the last shopping montage. Who was that?
We might have all been there.
I might be thinking of our last game.
Could be.
I think I am. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you're going shopping? Gonna find some new threads?
Sure. Might as well.
All right.
I'm meeting. I don't want to be in my same old shitty traveling clothes I've been in the last, I don't know, 3 weeks or whatever.
All right. So who all is going shopping?
Felix.
I mean, I hate to split the party again. I think we all should go. Leave a note that will be at the nearest boutique.
Sure.
Sure, Orsik will come
I'm down.
grumbling along.
Orsik's like, I've already got clothes.
What are you guys talking about? Like five.
These are
There's like
perfectly
apple juice.
fine.
Yeah, they're barely hanging on, but I'm all right.
They're only covered in a little bit of gore.
Just a little bit.
Which, I mean, I'll be honest, I think the king's gonna dig that.
Most of it dried and flaked off by now.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Alright, so-
I'll leave a note.
Okay.
Actually, I'll leave it with the innkeeper. I'll scribble something down that says, the Loxodon, Orsik, the elf, and the other elf, are gonna be near the clothes, the clothes shops.
The clothes.
We'll be by clothes.
All right.
Yeah, then I'll hand it.
The innkeeper accepts your note and says, "I'll be sure to give this to the messenger or whoever comes to summon you to meet the king."
Oh, thank you so much. And they might not know it yet, but there's 2 silver pieces in that note.
Of course there is.
I'm sure he'll find it out. All right, so you head out of the inn, and with only a few minutes of walking, looking around at the signs, you do eventually find a seamstress.
Ooh.
So,
Hey.
entering the shop, it's a fairly large space, well lit. There's bolts of cloth along one wall, and on the other wall, there's a number of pegs with various articles of clothing hung on them. It all looks to be of relatively decent quality. Most of it does trend towards dwarven sizes.
Mm.
That's
Well, that's unfortunate.
The best of sizes.
sort of a given.
I mean, you know.
For the majority of their clientele. So behind the counter, there is a dwarf working industriously with needle and thread to repair or mend some garment or other. And as you walk in, she looks up. "Oh, hello. What can I help you with?"
Hello. I have a meeting with my boss coming up. Actually, we all have a meeting with this boss, and we need to look a little bit better than we look currently. For the meeting, we don't want to embarrass ourselves. Is there any way you could perhaps clothe all of us?
"Well, you must be the group that came in looking for a meeting with the king."
Oh, yep, that's us. You're very perceptive.
"Well, word travels fast around here, especially after what we've been through the last couple of months. It's, we all talk, things get around. I know that I can clothe him." She points at Orsik, standing in the back of the group, I assume. The rest of you are going to be a little bit more challenging, but I do have some pieces in the back. Let me see if I can go get them. And for you, again gesturing at Orsik, take a look around and see if there's anything you like. And with that,
Gladly.
she disappears to the back room, and you can hear her like moving boxes or barrels or something, rummaging around. So, Orsik, while she's doing that, on the wall, you've got a number of different options in various various styles and levels of quality. If you have something in mind, I can toss it out there. But yeah, I didn't come up with an entire inventory of various
Sure.
clothing items in different sizes and colors. So I don't have.
I'm-
a list.
You didn't?
I know. I'm a terrible
Wow.
DM. Guess I could just
Where's
send
Matt
you,
Mercer when you need him?
could just send you a screenshot of like the Abercrombie and Fitch website, I guess.
There we go. I start
Banana
actually
Republic.
shopping.
Yeah, I don't think really Orsik would. I don't know. I mean, his clothes are already broken in. He's already kind of stingy with his money. But he'll peruse. Maybe something will catch his eye.
Okay. And as you are perusing, she returns from the back room with a large box, which she sets up on the counter. Says, well, we definitely haven't had much call for this lately, especially with as few travelers as we get now. But we do have some clothing in larger sizes here, and she begins to lay out a couple of outfits on the table there. I don't want to just give you guys clothes that are terrible that you don't want to wear. So, what are you guys looking for? What's your ideal outfit that you'd like to find, and we'll just do something close to that.
I was hoping maybe something with like some reds and some browns in it. Give it that earthy yet battle-ready warrior kind of vibe. And like a really flamboyant hat.
I also want a flamboyant hat.
What is it? With
And 2 little toppers for my tusks.
Tassels.
Like little tassels.
So you want pasties?
Kinda. I'm thinking like maybe like pasties, but with like a almost like a thimble filed down to a point, so I can still use it as a weapon if need be. I won't, because that's disgusting. But I feel like the Dwarven King would appreciate the options for physical combat.
So she does have a set of clothing that's it's human size, but it runs very large. It was obviously made for or perhaps bought from a very large man, and it's not like the fabric is not something that you would normally wear like to see a king, but it is well made, solid clothing, and it is in what'd you say, brown and red?
Yeah, something like that, like earthy colors.
Okay. And
Excellent.
It is in brown and red, and it's a whole set, tunic, breeches, and we'll have to find you a hat as well. There's a selection of hats on the other side of the store, so you can peruse over there and just let us know what you find.
Alrighty. I'm thinking this kind of a tassel. Where here's the tusk part. Oh, shoot. Oh, Control Z didn't work.
I see it. I get it.
Oh, there you go. We'll look around for it. These look perfect. How much are they running?
For that whole set, I did get a really good price on the materials for that, and I had actually gotten a down payment from the person who ordered them, but he either left or was killed or something. I don't know. He never came back to pay for them. So, with that, I can give you a bit of a discount and the whole outfit. And I heard you were looking for a hat, so one from the top shelf over there if you find one you like. For probably 12 gold.
How much was the down payment that you got on it?
I had him give me a down payment of 4 gold to help cover the cost of materials, and I'm factoring that into your price.
Alrighty, I hand her 17 gold.
She counts the coins and says, "Sir, where did you learn your numbers?"
I don't think it's particularly important.
He never did.
She says, "Well, I will graciously accept in these hard times. Thank you."
Oh, no, thank you. I peruse the hats.
All right, and you can whatever. There's a whole selection of hats, so you make up whatever hat you want. All right. Who's next? Whit.
Oh man, I have been preparing for this moment. So, have you guys ever played Final Fantasy 14?
Yes.
Okay, well, the
I've
red
heard of other
mages
people
in it-
who've played it.
The red mages be fancy. Like, look at that. They're all
That
about
is-
style.
Oh
and
yeah, red mage.
rapiers.
Hey!
I actually mean a red mage, but anyways. I know, right?
Fire Emblem. It
From,
kind of looks
Final-
like it.
Final Emblem. Shut up, Clark.
Shoot, does Clef Regan wear a hat? I want that hat.
I love your plot.
It's spooky. You guys look at my
Damn.
grandfather's farmhouse, but yeah. Anyhoozle. If I could find anything similar to that here, I dig the red mage style.
Okay. So going through the selection of clothes that she's brought out, you we'll say that you do find one, because really, what difference does it make for the world what clothes you find, as long as you're happy with them?
Exactly.
So totally willing to give you guys whatever you want in this case.
Yes.
Yeah, so you find a set of clothes much like that, and there's a complimenting hat on the shelf.
Oh. Gasp.
You may have to find the boots somewhere else, though. She doesn't do boots.
That's okay. I doubt Wit's feet would fit into Dwarven boots. I don't know how the shoe size would translate.
That would be, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of boot to make. Anyway, you find that that entire ensemble, and she looks it over and says, "Oh yes, I recall that one. With the finery of the lacework there at the top, I think that one will go for 15 golds."
Don't even care. Here you go.
She happily pockets the money.
Oh my god.
All right, who else is shopping? So if you pick through the box, that's there's the only vest she has. No, I'm kidding.
Sold.
Perfect.
No, whatever you're looking for, she's got something close to it. Well, if you've got a picture for all of us to enjoy, that'd be great. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah. Excellent. That'll be, and that was the vest, and what just. Smart pants from Apple.
Khaki pants. You know what? Make them cargo pants. I'm here for utility. Had your good berries in one pocket,
Who's the
pocket
winner
sand in the
now?
other. Yes.
I love it. Yes, pocket sand. All right. For the outfit that you have chosen, she says, "Oh, yep, that'll be 11 golds." She happily pockets the money and then turns to look at Orsik. Sir, did you find anything you were interested in?
I think I'm okay for now. Thank you very much.
She looks over your clothing and nods. Whatever makes you happy, sir.
Hear me out, Orsik. How about a brand new wife beater? To go with that flannel cutoff vest.
No, I feel like I look like I smell, and I can appreciate that.
He loves consistency.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes that's all we
Here we
need.
go.
All right. So everyone's got new duds. Congratulations.
Alright, I found my hat and jacket combo.
Excellent. So, for your tusk pasties, you'll probably want to talk to a jeweler or a blacksmith rather than a seamstress.
That's fair. I feel like those can be put on hold. I feel like the rest of my ensemble is plenty tough enough
Fair enough.
for the moment.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, I feel great.
You send a link. I don't know if I'm going to click it. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh boy. Can't wait for this.
Can't.
Amazing.
Well, it's a stovepipe hat. I don't know. I think it's an alien. Adam's already loading that up. It's like, all right, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And
I think
save
I saw
image.
this on Ancient Aliens.
Me too.
That man's eyes are screaming.
This is my life now.
Someone please.
Also,
Young Hide the Pain Harold.
Yeah.
this is I found a picture of elephants with tassels on their tusks. It's the closest I could get.
Well,
Well,
thank
not a
you.
picture, a drawing.
That's kind of what I'm going for.
I was sure that I'd be able to find a picture, but it's apparently less common than you'd think.
Right? So you're saying it'd leave a better impression.
Right, exactly.
We've got. If we didn't have a deadline, I'd be more adamant about it.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's a very limited image search. There's actually not a lot of results.
Yeah.
Can't believe no one's done this before. We're breaking new ground here.
Google's like, what? On this day?
This doesn't match any of our algorithms.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's now 4 times. We've quadrupled the total searches for elephant with tassels on tusks.
If we keep searching this, we can get it to show up on one of those charts. It's going to really puzzle someone that has no idea what's going on. Like, why is there a 3,000% increase in interest in tusk pasties? What's going on in the United States?
I live in Michigan. Coal places.
I'm so sorry.
I forgot you're in Michigan. Which part of Michigan are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
No, you're good. I'm in the southwest part.
Very personal question.
Oh, really?
Good old ye old Battle Creek.
Really?
Seriously.
Elizabeth's mom lives in Battle Creek, or not far from it, and her dad's not far from there either.
That's so funny. My older
That's pretty
brother
funny.
is actually he's a food scientist at Post.
Her father-in-law worked at I think Kellogg.
Oh, okay. Hey, he might have known my uncle,
Ow.
which is insane.
Yeah, her mom lives in Delton,
Okay, hey, I know where that is.
and then her dad's in Martin.
Yep.
Well, next time we go up there to visit her family, we're gonna have to like meet for dinner or something.
Absolutely. I would love to buy you guys dinner. That'd be great.
Well, I was gonna buy you dinner, but
Oh
fine,
my
we'll do it
gosh.
twice so we can
We'll
buy
do
you.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
there we go.
All right. Anyway, so yep, everybody's got brand new clothes. Anything else?
I'm good. I think we're on a deadline.
You are very welcome. She goes back to sewing on the garment she was working on. So, as you walk out of the store, a very finely dressed dwarf walks up to you and says, "Oh, I was just looking for you. Are you ready for your appointment?"
I was just hoping to change real quick.
Oh, well, excellent. We'll go back to the inn and I'll wait for you there so you can get changed.
Oh, excellent.
So you return to the inn and you guys can get into your new clothes up in your room. And whenever you're done and ready, he is waiting for you down in the common room. Is anybody doing anything else in the meantime?
I'm not.
I don't think so.
No, I think I'm good.
All right, great. So you all come down the stairs, and he escorts you down the road a ways. Let's see. I don't have a map or anything for this, so we're still theater of the mind. But he escorts you to one of the broader boulevards through the caverns, and at the very end of the boulevard, there is a structure that kind of towers over all of the neighboring buildings, with huge pillars carved out of the rocks and an enormous like entryway leading in to the center of the structure, and like balconies, 30 or 40 feet off the ground up above. It's quite impressive, really.
Yeah.
And he leads you in and kind of off to the side and through a number of corridors. They are all carved out of the rock at like perfect right angles with perfectly level floors, decorated with frescoes on the walls and like good tile work and well lit, and there's hangings and tapestries and pictures, and overall it seems to be a very well appointed underground palace. So after a couple of turns down a few corridors, he knocks twice on a door and opens it, sticking his head in to announce you before swinging the door wide and gesturing you through.
Well, there we go.
So you walk into a small receiving hall, maybe, 10 yards wide by 15 long. Some columns run down each side, and at the far end there's a throne. Would be a little bit too aggressive of a word, but there's a fairly large chair with a man sitting in it at the head of a table that seems to have been carved out of the rock itself. Seems to be almost growing from the floor. And he gestures you to seats around the table. Welcome, welcome. I had heard that you had arrived. My name is Demetlin Boulderbrow. I'm the king of Nurek. Please have a seat. Let's talk.
Sir.
So, can I get you anything? Can I have my people bring you any ale, any food, anything you need before we start?
I would love an ale if you're offering. And perhaps a water to wash it down.
He waves a hand to a servant over on, behind one of the columns who disappears to another door. And within moments, someone comes out with a tray and begins laying out mugs of ale on the table. Well, I've heard stories about what you guys have been doing, and I'm definitely interested to hear what you think we may be able to do for you, especially if you think that you have a way to get rid of this ghastly fog that's out there. Please, tell me, where have you been and what have you done? What news do you have?
All right. Well, I'll at least start with some of the tales that we've been on and gone through, and regale some courageous dwarven work. And towards the end, I present my small ingot of star metal, and I say, we think that this might be our answer. We need this forged into a perfect sphere.
All right, before I get to that, do you tell him about the various components you've been collecting thus far?
You probably should.
Like, I assume
Yeah.
it would be part of the story, but I wanted to make sure. Like, did you mention them?
I would like to roll a little before I answer that. I would like to roll a little bit of a history check to see if I know anything of the king's character. Is he known for being brass or unwavering? Is there anything that I'd be able to know about his personality? If does he have something against elves or something? Right? Does he have some long-standing hate?
All right, go ahead and give a history check.
Dang, Orsik.
It's dwarven history. I mean, don't give him too much credit. Basically cheating. So you would know that King Damitlin is well known to be a fair, if sometimes harsh, king. And while he does endeavor to treat his subjects well, he is I'm trying to think of the right word that I'm trying to use here. Not harsh, but can be somewhat
Stern.
uncaring about those not of his kingdom.
Gotcha.
Although not downright cruel or evil or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
not tyrannical, but he doesn't play any game.
Right. His people come first.
Yep. Okay. Well, before I speak on behalf of the entire party, I would think knowing that we should tell him. But what does anybody else have any thoughts?
No. If you think we should tell him, I think we should tell him.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, we tell him.
All right. Everybody, go ahead and roll perception.
Oh yes, good.
I'm glad that you cheer yourself on. Apparently it helps too.
Woo!
Nice. All right. So Orsik, you would be the only one that doesn't notice this. But as you mentioned the sapphire sun, as you're going through your story, you see that his expression changes slightly, as if he is somewhat surprised, and then his eyes narrow briefly before he quickly gets his countenance under control and goes back to his normal expression for the remainder of your story, which is just of interest and basically that he's interested in your story.
Okay, cool.
So the other three of you would have noticed that slight reaction to the mention of the sapphire sun.
Interesting.
So, I won't make anybody roll a history check for this one, but does anybody remember the details that, out of game, does anybody remember the details that Jonderlug gave you about the stone?
This was the heart of the Azer, or
That's where we got in the wizard.
No, I think you're talking about the sapphire sun.
Yeah, the sapphire
that.
sun.
goblins? That's right.
Goblins.
Painted the eggs. That's right.
Yep.
Forgot about the eggs.
I don't know
What
how.
an excellent
No,
time.
I don't remember. I was focused on goblin smashing.
and not dying. Gotten got. Uh-oh.
Okay. And the other bit of information that I think I gave you at the time, or that John Lug gave you, sorry, not me, totally wasn't, was that Dothraki, that was his name, although good effort on writing it down without ever having seen it, so you got pretty close, actually stole the Sapphire Sun.
Ooh.
Before the goblins killed him and took it from him. Yeah, I think it would have been something you guys would have known in game. So I was going to make sure I gave that to you again, just in case. So the three of you notice the slight narrowing of his eyes when the Sapphire Sun is mentioned, but otherwise he listens to your story intently. And after Orsik, not Fang. You will always be Fang to me. I want you to know that. If I speak at your funeral, I will probably say Fang instead of your actual name.
He's going for his final journey.
I
Bang,
am
south.
honored.
Speak bang south.
All right. After Orsik gets done with that story, does anybody else add anything else?
I think you got the big hits.
All right. So the king sits back in his chair. So that's what happened to it. The Sapphire Sun. Do you have it with you now? Therapen.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, if it is indeed going to be used to rid us of this mist, I suppose it would be worth it. Although I'm not fond of leaving something that was stolen from me in another's hands. Dothraki stole that, as well as something else, and I think unfortunately it bears upon your needs. That ingot of meteorite that you have. Ordinarily, I would say that yes, we could forge that into a perfect sphere in probably only a week or two. But sadly, when Dothraki made off with the Sapphire Sun, he also took the Hammer of Tungstone, which we would have needed to forge a sphere of that precision out of meteorite.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to know where this hammer is currently, would you?
Well, until you walked in and told me where you found the Sapphire Sun, we had no idea. Dothraki was... people had noticed that he was up to something. He wasn't quite right for the last few weeks of his life, but no one suspected what he would truly do. In the middle of the night, he snuck down towards the storeroom and he slayed the guard, and he made off with that hammer and the Sapphire Sun. Our people tracked him some distance to the north, but that was the same week that Grey Dawn began. They were caught out overnight as the fog came up. One of them made it back to us, but we weren't able to catch up with him. And from that point forward, we had other things to occupy our time, and we had no idea where he had gone. Sounds like these goblins found him, though. They had the sun. I wonder if they also had the hammer.
Shoot.
Of course. The handle is of the handle itself is actually made of stone, and then the head is a special alloy that we've crafted. It is imbued with magical power that allows us to use it to forge items that we otherwise would not be able to. Aside from the designs carved on it and the fact that it weighs a rather significant amount more than you would suspect from its size, there is nothing to distinguish it from a regular hammer. It appears to, in every aspect, to just be a normal hammer, although ornately carved.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna ask, does that sound anything like the Azer hammer that I have?
No.
Okay.
That's the Azer hammer is definitely more of much more like a
Gotcha.
warhammer type of
Gotcha.
object.
Yep.
But good thought.
I heard magic and I heard hammer, and I was like I might have one.
Wait a minute, let me check my box here. So, knowing that the goblins got him and had the sapphire sun, it sounds like either at one point they had the hammer, or still had the hammer. There must be some clue, some way to find what happened to it since then. Are you sure that it wasn't in their den or their warren anywhere?
Yeah, they did.
So if they'd hidden it, then it could still be there, or something else could have come in and found it. Or it might not have been there at all when you arrived. Still, that's the last place that we know of that it must have been. I think that might be for the best. There's no way for us to forge the meteorite into the sphere without it. And if that's the last place that we know of it, there's got to have been some clue, something that we can find that will help us locate it. Otherwise, I don't know if we are able to fashion another hammer of that type. That magic has been lost centuries and generations ago.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The only other information that I can give you, when Dostraki made off with that, I had told you already that he hadn't been himself the last few weeks, as we'd heard from his friends and family that he was withdrawn and sullen. He seemed to talk to himself, almost, for the last few days, before he made off with the hammer and the stone. We still aren't sure what happened to him, but maybe if you can find him as well, that might help shed some light on it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
If you wish, we can also show you to his quarters, and you can look through his belongings. We've left everything as it is, just in case there was something that we missed, and perhaps you may see some clue that we have not that could give you some aid in locating the hammer.
We might as well give that a shot to see if we can uncover something.
Very well. I'll have someone lead you to his quarters so that you can look around there. Otherwise, if there's any information that I can provide, or if there's any questions you have, please let me know. We would sorely like to have the hammer back in our possession. And the Sapphire Sun as well, but if that is the cost for getting rid of the mist, I think we can do without the Sapphire Sun.
I'm fairly certain we're just going to use it as a lens. I don't think it will be destroyed. In fact, I'm fairly confident that it will not be destroyed. and it probably won't be.
Well, if memory serves, in the Wizard's Tower where we fought the Azer, there was another such focus that the Wizard was using. But we couldn't grab that because
And
bippity boppity magicy wagity. No, we didn't destroy that one.
we couldn't destroy it, if you remember. It was nigh impregnable.
Yeah, we need to dispel magic.
Well, if the Sapphire Sun can be returned as well, that's even better. But I understand that restoring the natural world to where it should be is a goal we can all support.
No kidding.
Very well. Is there anything else?
I don't think.
I have a question about that large chair that you're sitting on. Just for my own curiosity, would you consider that a throne?
Oh, this?
Or simply
No.
a large chair?
I have a throne in my throne room. This is
Gotcha.
merely a fancy chair.
I was thinking that. I was thinking this is a guy who has a throne, and this is a very adequate but not complete replacement of said throne.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. And this whole time, I've been re-topping off Orsik's ale glass with my own ale glass, and I've been drinking my water.
This will probably be a shot in the dark, but while we're here, what the heck?
Sure.
There's an orb of great magic that I've been carrying around that we found in the Gauth lair for since the Gauth lair.
Oh yeah, that thing.
And I haven't done anything with it, but I'm going to present it to the king and just say, "Do you know anything about this, or maybe know anyone who might?"
The king looks at the stone in your hand, but is careful to stay back on and specifically to not touch it. I don't know myself, although it appears to be an object of some power. I could have you speak with my sorcerer. He may have some information that could help.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'll have someone escort you to the sorcerer before they take you to Dostraki's chambers. Is there anything else?
That's it for me.
We're good.
Well, anything that we can do to rid the world of this. Obviously, it has not affected us as much as it has many others, but we do sorely lack the trade that used to come these ways. We can make many beautiful gems and fine pieces of jewelry and armor and weapons, but with none to sell them to, what do we do with them? Very well. I will have someone escort you to the sorcerer. Safe travels.
Oh, thank you.
Orsik bows and then, gets ready to leave.
Another attendant comes out from behind one of the pillars and leads you out of the room. So, another few corridors, twists and turns later, you are led into a room that is looks much like a laboratory. There's tables with various materials and goblets of odd-colored liquids on them. lots of scrolls, bookcases along the walls. And at the back of the room, there is a dwarf reading through a book at a table. He turns as you approach. Huh. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I greet the dwarf and state, hi, I'm Orsik, and I will require some assistance in identifying this orb. And I present the quote-unquote orb of great magic to the sorcerer, and ask for some assistance.
The sorcerer looks briefly at the orb before taking half a step back. This is an object of great power. Where did you find this?
This was in a Gauth lair.
A Gauth, you say? Not a beholder?
We were told it was a Gauth, and I don't know that we could take on a beholder when we originally found it, but
Interesting. And have you noticed anything unusual about it, or has it done anything strange?
not that I've noticed.
That's just him. At one point, he was apparently human.
Well, that would be an extremely strange reaction, but from what I can tell from here, it seems to be some sort of a vision stone. I've heard tell that they were used in ages gone past to communicate with creatures in other dimensions and other realms. Not. This Gauth, did you communicate with him much, or do you know anything about him? I'm not sure what he would have been using a vision stone for, who he would have been communicating with.
Wait, wasn't there a bunch of, like, a manifesto where we found that thing?
There was a lot of paper.
Yeah, Felix, didn't you grab some of that?
I got 10 pounds worth of non-deciphered Gauth paper.
Papers.
Duh.
Do you have those with you?
In fact, they are currently on my person.
Oh, excellent. May I see them?
Absolutely. Can I hand them over?
He takes the papers and he kind of flips through them briefly, like, I've seen something similar to this before, but not quite like it. Do you mind if I keep these overnight? I might be able to translate some of it.
You may keep them for as long as you wish, because I can't make heads or tails of them.
All right. I'll take a look over the next day or two and see if I can get any information out of this. I'm not sure what a Gauth would be doing with a vision stone. I'd be very careful with that if I were you, though. Don't look too deeply into it, and try not to use any magic on it or against it. Just keep it wrapped up somewhere.
Okay.
See that? That's smart.
Would there be any way for us to see what the Gauth was using it for? Would it take some kind of components, or would it just explode our brains?
They're usually highly specific. Maybe I can find something in the notes that will help to identify how he was using it, and that might help, but trying to use it without the specific information might not end well.
Understood.
Well, is there anything else?
I don't think so. I think I'm good anyway, and I'll just put the orb away unless anyone has some other ideas.
No, I think that's it. So he
Yep,
gets those papers.
it's good enough for me.
deciphered.
All right. So the attendant escorts you back out of the sorcerer's laboratory, down a set of stairs and into some much plainer looking hallways. These appear to be more of the like the attendants' quarters and places for guards to live, and like a dining hall and things like that. And after leading you through a few of these much more plainly marked corridors, you reach a. Ooh, got this stuck.
Oh boy.
You reach a hallway that has small doors leading off of it in both directions, every 8 feet or so. Moving down 3 or 4 doors, the attendant pulls a key from behind his belt and unlocks the lock on one door and swings it open and gestures you inside.
All right, I might as well walk in. Thank you.
I didn't want to assume you guys just walked in. Wanted to make sure you had some agency here.
Just
I'll
following
walk in.
strangers in.
Right, just following strangers in. Could be a trap. The door could close behind you and lock. I mean, you don't know. So
We don't
It
even
could be, but I
Yeah,
mean, it's probably not.
want to make sure you had the keys.
Probably.
So, you enter the room, and it turns out to be like a small, not fancy, but solidly furnished bedchamber. There's a small bed on one side, with a little table with a chair in front of it, like a wardrobe type thing, maybe a chest of drawers in the back, as well as a small shelf. It does appear to have the accoutrements of someone's day-to-day life inside. There are things on the shelf. There's bedding still on the bed. Some quills and ink on the table, as well as a glass. What would you guys like to do?
I'll rustle around some of the papers and maybe read them to see if I can find out where he was going or what exactly it was he was trying to do.
Okay. So looking at the papers on the desk, go ahead and give me an investigation.
Alright.
They appear to be some personal letters, correspondence.
Okay. I figured they've already been read, but I figured I might as well check.
Yep. What's everybody else doing?
Yeah, so's your uncle. Very well could have been. Let me take a look. I've always wanted to use Thieves' Can.
All right. So you take a look at the pages, and unfortunately, they don't seem to be written in Thieves' Cant. But go ahead and give me an investigation. Let's see what you
Slowly.
find.
Not intimidation.
Tell me what you know, papers.
Tell me your secrets!
Listen here, you fucks.
right.
Wait, that's paper.
So yeah, you look through the papers as well, and you determine pretty much the same thing as Felix, that it appears to be personal correspondence, but, how useful is that to you at this point?
Who cares? Unless, of course, there's a secret underground of rogues that I might have my own way into. Ah.
So you attempt to persuade the paper to tell you what it knows.
Are we really good cop, bad copying papers?
I think you
A
are.
book.
It's not going well. The paper.
I thought, maybe he'd buy it.
The paper sits there silent, unmoved on the desk, does not appear to be at all threatened by your display of a basic control of fire.
This
I'm
guy's
just gonna
good.
say, I'm stunned.
Just gosh dang it.
Yeah, there's a lantern. Or a... Okay, little more information there. Doing better. So you take the time to read through the papers, which I guess no one else thought to do. Just kind of skimmed them. Hang on. I think from the information that the king gave you, you would know that he took off like a day or two before Grey Dawn started. So that's when he actually left.
Huh.
Well, that's peculiar. Well, wouldn't it? Are they from people like inside the city?
Seems that way, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Oh, then I've got nothing.
So you've got there's obviously you've only looked at like the table so far, but there's like a shelf and a chest of drawers in the bed.
Maybe we'll get lucky and I'll have a diary somewhere. My evil plan.
Step 1. All right, what are you searching next?
I'll rifle through the chest. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna rifle through the chest of drawers.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation.
What was that?
Investigation.
Okay.
All right. So, while going through the chest of drawers, you find that one of the drawers has a false back to it.
Ha! Oldest trick in the book.
And behind the false back, there is a small notebook.
Ooh.
Ooh, a diary. Let's see who he is crushing on.
All right. So, reading through the notebook, let's see. What was the information? I made a note about this. Hang on. Actually, I'll just give this to you verbally. It's going to be way easier. Let's jump to another room real quick.
Yeah.
You're the one reading it.
Man, this must be a really nice notebook.
Yeah, I believe it.
Pretty sure it was a. I thought it was a vision sphere.
Yeah, I did too, but then he specifically used the word stone.
Maybe it was a spherical stone.
But all I have is quote unquote orb of great magic written down. So it's definitely in a orb-like shape, but as far as the material, I don't know.
And that's how you fix the Grey Dawn. Any questions?
I mean, I have so many questions, but we got more important things to do.
If you say so.
Yes. Like, continue to follow our leads. I'm not going to try and intimidate this notebook, but just about the time that those correspondence kind of stopped, this guy started getting to be a bit of a nutter butter. Come here, let me read this. It's talking about this. I'm totally going to butcher this name, and I'm sorry. Thank you. Nothril. I was going to call him Nostril.
So nostril.
The Nostril over there. Supposedly found an axe. I mean, look at this guy. He's spreading around rocks and gems one day, and then the next day he's going about tinfoil hats and 5G.
Good reference. Love it.
Thank you. Something.
Yeah, that's why I'm not
got
getting
to
the
him.
vaccine.
Oh, fun fact, my work was giving it away for free, and 2 of my coworkers who got it yesterday, they called in today.
Yeah, I've heard that it can like have quite an effect on you.
Yeah, well, and the one has asthma, so... Anyways, long story short.
No.
Dwarves, 5G, Nostril, Axe, go north. Got it? Cool.
Cool.
Anyways, homeboy here seems to have gone a little bit insane, started talking to this Nothril guy. Nothril apparently found an axe, told him to get the stuff and go north. So we might want to start investigating this guy.
I'm sorry. He found an axe, and the axe told him to go north.
No, this Nothril guy is talking about an axe. He wanted
Oh, I see. I got you.
homeboy, who's rumor in now, to steal the hammer, steal the sapphire, and then go north. Yeah.
I'm all caught up.
Yep. Let's take this notebook with us. And a glass of water.
Sure. Sounds like a good idea. I think we should tell someone that we found the notebook, though. I think it would be weird if it's like, we just kind of take it and then they discover a false back with nothing in it. Would be weird.
Oh, I mean, obviously. Do we have police tape?
Love it.
I don't, personally.
Unfortunate. Oh, and
I'm
I
sure
guess
they sell that at the general store next to the ladders with the half-height steps.
Oh, ladders.
All right, so you've got that notebook. Anything else?
I guess I should clarify, I'm talking fast, looking for a glass of water to threaten those papers with. Not really clear in here if it's an axe or Nothril that's actually telling this guy to go. It's great. Look, man, it's one of them. You can read the pages yourself. Like I said.
I like giving you guys information this way because then you put your own spin on it, and I love it.
Uh-huh.
Whit delivered that so much better than I would have, and it has so much more personality and flavor now. So thank you, Whit.
You're welcome. I mean, none of us are from here. Also unclear. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't really belong in a dwarf city. No offense, Orsik. I'm very tall.
None taken at all.
I gotta ask you a question. Alright, let's go. Please flip the mattress.
Okay. There's nothing under the mattress.
Have you checked the pillows? You just flipped dude's mattress.
That checks out.
Alright.
Escalating really quickly.
Really quickly.
I was about to make an inappropriate dwarven joke, but we're in a dwarven town, small upstate.
I don't want to know.
Nope.
We're all better off not knowing. All right, carrying on. Where are you headed?
No.
Was there somebody who escorted us into this room?
Yep, there's an attendant just outside the door still waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Probably. Excuse me, attendant.
The dwarf in the attendant's uniform steps into the doorway. Yes?
Well, thank you. We found this notebook, in a secret compartment of the dresser, that seems to have some valuable information on it.
Surprised our guys didn't find that. What's in it?
I'll let Wit explain.
Oh, good.
Paper.
Paper, some writing, ink, maybe some skin flakes. Let's get this to the lab.
Hopes and dreams.
Poetry.
Bad emo poetry.
Oh, My Chemical Romance song lyrics. Anyways, I'm gonna give him basically the rundown I gave the guys.
Okay. He nods. I'll let the king know about this. May I take the notebook to him, please?
Yeah, sure.
He takes
my
the
notebook.
notebook. It says, and I'm not supposed to leave you unescorted. So, do you have anything else to do in the castle, or can we let you out now?
We're good.
I'm good to be let out personally.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Very well. I'll escort you to the door and let you back into the city, and I'll let the king know about this, and if he has any questions, I'm sure he'll send someone for you.
That sounds mighty keen.
All right, so he escorts you back through the corridors to the large doorway that you came through, and leaves you there in the courtyard, just in front of the palace, before heading back inside with the notebook. So you are back in the city and free to do as you wish.
Well,
And apparently
Great.
they stand there in stunned silence.
Yep. I'm still stunned. I'm still processing the pooping in someone's mouth comment.
that's pretty horrifying. We might have to go find a therapist.
Woven therapists. I think they just call them a bartender.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, Orsik just takes in the sights and smells.
So many smells.
So many glorious smells.
Orsik's just glad to be here. I'm sorry. There was a lot of information to process. Was there a specific location that what's his name left to with the axe and the hammer?
So there was not a specific location listed, but he knew he had to go north after stealing the Sapphire Sun and the Hammer of Tungstone.
Okay. It seems we're still directionless.
Well, I bet the next day when Mr. Wizard and everyone from the cyber stuff will know some more things. I mean, I guess we could try and not ask around town about this Nathril. I'm gonna say it wrong every time, and I'm sorry.
I think you got it right.
Yeah, I nailed it.
First try.
All right. I'm fine hanging out here for a little bit.
Then we could go to a couple different bars and ask around to find some seedier ones.
Sure.
Orsik's ears perk up.
That bar.
Somebody say alcohol.
All right, so you're gonna go ask around about this Nathril fellow.
You know, just kind
Might
of
as well.
casual, like. I don't think we have any other leads right now.
Okay. So, you go and hit the bars, and you buying people drinks or just asking questions?
Orsik is most certainly buying people drinks.
Oh, absolutely.
It's been a long time since it's been like a day since I've drank with other dwarves.
At least like 12 hours.
And,
Do we?
yeah,
Oh, hold on. Here's an idea. Orsik. They might get a little bit leery if they see 1.5 elves and a Loxodon walking around. Do you want to like solo this one, and then we'll sort of shuffle in a little bit behind you, like we're not affiliated?
Sure, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. The
All right.
dwarves aren't
No.
too judgy as long as you don't have green skin.
Oh, okay. That's fair then. Well, I'll let you take the point then, because I personally know that I feel more comfortable around my own kind, which is ironically not Loxodons.
All right.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah,
just-
sure. I'll meander around and buy a few rounds for people and try to entertain and regale some cool stories. But at the meantime, also try to find out about Nostril.
All right. So, you hit a couple of bars in this fashion, buying people drinks, just talking them up, and casually tossing out the name and mentioning Dothraki once or twice to try and drum up information. And through the course of these investigations, go ahead and give me a persuasion check and an investigation.
I believe. Love it.
that's pretty incredible.
It could
You
be
guys
worse.
chose me or what?
Hey, but maybe he had advantage.
My charisma's 3, so the mod is a -4.
He's like the worst drunk that ever walked into a bar.
That's incredible.
Like, he smells bad, he talks too loud, he talks about awkward, inappropriate subjects in your face with people he doesn't know. Like,
He looks like a cop.
probably.
Yeah, just very obnoxious.
So, through the course of your investigation, Orsik, it doesn't seem like anybody has heard of Nathril.
You know what? Give me an amount of money that I just spent buying rounds.
That's right. I was going to do that. Thank you for reminding me. You spent.
Oh, here we go. Well, are we okay paying that out of the fund, or is that something you want to take on personally?
Oh, no preference. I just wanted to make sure it was paid for.
It was 3 golds worth of drinks across a couple of bars.
All right, I'll pay you back for that.
Sounds good. I'll keep my inventory the same then, and go ahead and deduct whenever.
Yep.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Done.
I'll reconvene with the party and tell them of my epic failure. Nobody knows who Nostril is.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it most certainly was not my absolutely awful investigation abilities.
He's the
I mean, how could it be?
charm and wit.
Yeah. Yeah, I regaled them with all of our stories, and they were duly impressed. But, they're more fixated on the alcohol.
Hmm.
Indeed.
Uh,
What about
I guess we.
what about going back to the
Mhm.
blacksmith that found that was able to kind of tell me about the star metal? Maybe he would know.
You can always try
That's
it.
a better idea than what I've got.
I'll head over there to the blacksmith that I first met on day one in Newark.
Okay. So you approach the shop, and the blacksmith is inside working on a small hand axe. And as you approach, he sets the piece down and comes up to the counter. What can I help you with?
Greeting.
Hand axe?
Oh yeah, that's a good yeah. Don't forget that. I'm gonna put a silver on the table. Nah, make it a gold.
Now you're getting it.
I'm generous.
Oh boy.
I'll put a silver and I'll say I'm looking for information. Have you ever heard of a gentleman named Nathril?
He pushes the coin back across the table to you. I really wish I could help you, but no, I've not heard anything about someone named what was it, Nathril? It doesn't sound like a good dwarven name.
I agreed. And then I put another gold piece on the counter and say, "Does your memory improve?"
He looks at the coin and chuckles. I only wish, but no, I still have not heard anything about someone named Nathril.
Understood.
Sorry about your luck, friend.
Understood. Well, thank you for your time. And I will. I'll take my leave at that point. And Felix, all you if you want to make an awesome axe.
Oh man, am I around?
Um, if you're not, then I will rejoin you and tell you that he has no idea who Nathril is, and you are welcome to go make an awesome axe.
I think I've already got a pretty good hand axe. This one's got some good mojo on it. Yeah.
All
And
right.
like that, I'm once again out of ideas.
Okay, so at this point, it's probably like late afternoon. So, do you guys have anything else going on? Any other ideas or anything you want to do?
Not me.
I am out of ideas currently.
You mean posterity?
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
No,
I
prosperity,
will
so we can
prosper.
do well in the future.
Yeah, I will prosper with a -1.
I prospered from this. I'm very tired.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, if you'd like, you can retire back to the inn for the evening, enjoy a good meal and some drinks and what have you before bedtime.
I figure I might as well.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything else going around.
Yeah, same here.
No appointment.
Maybe I'll have a dream.
All right. If you eat at the inn, go ahead and charge yourself. I don't remember what I did last time, but like 8 silvers for the meal. Otherwise, just deduct something from your supplies.
Just deduct something.
Something.
Hey, Fal Dune, can I have one of your good berries just in the hopes that it will provide me with the sustenance that the bark does not? Oh, thank you.
The
I'm
good
popping a
berry
berry.
is tasty and nourishing.
Delicious. Doesn't satisfy my craving for bark, but it does taste good.
Craving for bark.
All right. So you guys, after if nobody has anything else, going once, going twice.
I'm probably gonna read my book. The what's it? The Greris Folio of Blood, to see if I can learn anything else from it.
All
That
right.
was probably
Give me
his
an
romance
investigation.
It's oh man, it's just now getting good.
Quite the bodice ripper.
novel.
I always roll like crap. This darn book, it's just not gripping me. I always fall asleep every time I go to read it.
All right. Nothing.
I feel like my dad.
Oh.
You don't learn anything new from the book tonight.
All right.
All right. With that, everybody, I assume at some point finishes drinking and eating and reading and goes to bed. I guess there's no reason for a rest because nobody really used any spell slots or anything since this was a social day. Yay. And the next morning you wake up, go ahead and deduct 8 silvers for breakfast or take something from your personal stockpiles.
Barking it.
And as you are finishing breakfast, a messenger arrives and steps into the tavern and looks around and sees the 4 of you at a table together and approaches. Good morning, gentlemen and gentle lady. The sorcerer would like to see you in the palace when you have time.
A sorcerer, you say?
Yes, indeed. I am to escort you if you are available now, or we can send someone back later if you need more time.
I'm good.
I think
Oh,
we're good
I'm
now.
ready.
All right. So he escorts you back to the palace, back to the same room that you had met with the sorcerer before. And the sorcerer is there, and his eyes look kind of bloodshot, and he's got big bags under him, and it looks like he's been up all night working. Let me find my notes. So he's got the pages kind of spread out on the desk in front of him, and he turns and looks at the 4 of you and says, "Well, I've got a little bit more information. The dialect used by this particular Gauth is a very old one, and the translation is not exact. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get more out of it, or if I'm just lacking the pieces to assemble this, but it seems like the Gauth was using the Vision Stone to communicate with some sort of being who had... there's talk of a plan and some components. The naming is very inexact with this dialect, but it was definitely using it to communicate with someone else, some powerful entity somewhere."
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't like the sounds of it.
So, from the words that I have been able to translate, I know that there was a plan for some sort of ritual. They were trying to... whoever this was on the other side, not the Gauth, but whoever the Gauth was communicating with, was trying to get the Gauth to gather supplies and materials and help to organize some sort of ritual for some reason. I'm not sure what it is, but based on the dates on some of these papers, it wasn't long before when Grey Dawn happened.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Oh, were they in cahoots?
I mean, from the papers, as far as I can tell, they were working together on something, but the details are so hard to pick out when I can't translate all of the words. It's like hearing only parts of a conversation.
Hmm. Well, that's fair enough. I appreciate the effort that you spent.
If I can find anything more about it, I'll try to let you know. But yeah, for now, that's all I've got. Some sort of overlord or powerful being was definitely using this Gauth for nefarious purposes of some kind.
And we murdered its underling. Yeah,
Look how far underground we are. We're totally fine.
sure. We've been carrying around its cell phone. I mean, communication stone with us this entire time.
Turn location off.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Tracking off.
I actually disabled Wi-Fi, so we should be good.
It's in airplane mode this entire
They can-
time. We're fine.
The
They can.
Got my old Nokia here.
the sorcerer picks up a small sheath of papers and hands them to Felix and says, "Here, I had the scribes make copies of these, so you can still have access to them in case you find something else about them in your own studies. But I'd like to keep the originals here so that I can keep looking through them, if you don't mind."
Absolutely, that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Well, otherwise, I had heard from the king on your journey and your travels. I wish you luck. It does sound like the hammer was with those goblins at one point, so hopefully there's something there that will lead us to the next step so that we can recover it. Yeah, no problem. I spoke with the king yesterday, and he updated me on the current direction of your quest and what you need. It does seem like those goblins had the hammer at one point, so that's probably the best place to start again in looking for it. Once we get it back, we can forge the meteorite sphere that you need to hopefully banish this mist. Well, it's true that the otherworld gates are fraught with peril, and I know that not many have survived that have traveled them. In fact, you were the first that I know of that has made it through successfully in many years.
15.
But with the way things are in the surface world now, I don't know of any better way. Unfortunately, I'm not powerful enough to magic you from one place to another like that. If I had that power, I would absolutely use it in this case, but sadly, it is not within my grasp. I think you're stuck with either the long road through the mist or the short road through the dark.
I side-eye Orsik.
Well, Dwarvenkind has always been rather partial to separating goblin heads from goblin shoulders in order to separate goblins from their loot. I may be able to...
I can get behind that.
My stabbing's always good.
I may have something that can help here. I didn't prepare for this. Hang on. Come on. Where's my Dungeon Master's Guide? Oh. Isn't there a, like, toxic cloud spell or something?
Noxious Cloud? Or am
Are
I
you talking?
thinking-
Are you talking? Are you talking about Cloud Kill?
Maybe.
There.
That's
I
the
know there
sense.
is. I know there's a fog cloud. Is it like Stink Cloud?
Is it something really obvious like that?
Oh, I used to use that one. There is a spell called Stinking Cloud.
Stink. That is
Yep.
what it is. Stinking Cloud. That's it.
There's also Cloud Kill and another one.
Cloud Kill's like 8th, like 7th level though. I don't think that's
Yeah,
what you're going.
let's
Right.
just have that one.
Little aggressive.
Screw you,
Yeah,
Goblin.
this Stinking Cloud's nice and all. Yeah.
That's more like a
Like, where's the-
Yes.
Yeah. Quick, where's the flamethrower?
That's better.
No, fire.
So he goes and digs
Barbarian.
through a cabinet and comes back out with 2 wrapped scrolls, which he hands to you. And he says, "These are scrolls of Stinking Cloud. They may help you to banish the goblins if you encounter any in the back in their warren."
Excellent.
Cool.
2 scrolls of Stinking Cloud.
Do the scrolls themselves stink?
Only very faintly.
Oh, okay.
Like you gotta hold your nose really close to them to pick up a whiff of it, like a scratching. Oh.
That's funny.
I don't know if I can get behind that. That could have some weird consequences.
Oof.
Yeah, you severely underestimate the power of dwarven stench.
You're right. What was I thinking?
You guys
Right.
don't know this, but I've been having a fart for like the past like 800 sessions, and I've been nice to you all.
Been holding it in.
Yeah.
So yep, they're 3rd level spells. So not super powerful, but pretty strong. I don't know if I want to watch this video now.
I'm a little scared.
Oh, it's 4 minutes long. I'll have to watch it later.
Yeah, this is too long to watch right now.
I just skipped and saw someone, fart their way away from a bus station. Yeah. And it's accurate anyway.
So, anything else?
I think I'm good as well.
I think I'm golden.
All right. The attendant escorts you back out to the courtyard.
So, who's ready to go back to the hellscape?
Oof. Not really, but all right.
Lacking any other choice, I guess I'll make myself ready.
Yeah, I just don't see how walking through the mist would be really better. I think that'll be a lot worse. So I think we have to go hellscape.
Hey, at least we know partially
I
what's
agree.
waiting for us. Big angry lizard, flying angry
Oh god, that's
bird.
right.
Yeah.
You leveled up twice since then, though.
We did, though. We're so
Yeah.
much stronger.
You might be.
No, I'm just good at dodging things now.
Yeah, all right. I think I'm good. Oh, you know what? Oh, excuse me. I need food, so for like rations for our journey.
Yeah, same, sorry.
So I'm gonna go get some. I mean, I still have my eggs, but that's not gonna do us any good. I don't think that sucking down raw eggs is really gonna be. I mean, as weird as I play the character, I don't really think that salmonella is going to be a real great, adversity or bonus to us. So I think I'm going to go to a market real quick and just spend some gold to get some rations.
Okay.
I'm
let
gonna
me
do the same.
find. I've got a market file around here somewhere.
In the cart, if you just want like plain rations, we have 8 days worth of rations in the cart.
I think we should have more
Oh.
than that, just in
Okay.
case.
That's fine with me. I mean, I've got my bark, so I'm good.
But you have enough bark.
Let's see. I still have 2 full days worth of bark.
We might have to go to a guardian
So I
store
think I'm
and get
okay.
you some mulch.
Yeah, I don't know that there's gardens down here. Would there be
No.
gardens down here?
Well, I figured on the way to the gate, wasn't it kind of like
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
sparsely wooded?
Yeah, outside the
Yes.
walls, it was sparsely wooded. Most of the food that you've seen within the dwarven fortress, though, has been things that are more dwarf friendly,
Right,
tubers,
underground.
fungus, mushrooms, that sort of thing,
Delicious.
and ale, definitely ale.
And
Gotta
of
have
course,
the ale.
of course. What are you, dumb?
In the current climate, the rations are going to run 8 silver per day's ration. So whatever
Alright.
you want to buy, just go ahead and add to your inventory and subtract your money.
Doing quick maths.
You can do slow math if you want. I don't care.
So, it's eight silver, right, for one?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. And it's 100 silver for 1 gold, right? Or 10 silver?
10.
Oh.
I did the same thing.
Oh. No, I'm glad I did that because I was going to be getting a lot more rations.
Do they have? Oh, why do I have that? Do they have any chalk down here? I know that seems kind of racist for people living underground, but I've exhausted my chalk supply.
Why is that racist?
I don't. Yeah, I didn't get the racist part.
I mean, like, they're underground. It's a rock.
Yep.
Like, I don't go into human settlements and assume that they have chalk.
I mean,
Exactly.
I
I'm
mean,
glad
now
you
you could,
Fal Dune
though.
understands. Right. In this case, he actually would have a scroll of stinking cloud.
It's like, you're right.
good guess. Yeah.
Wow.
They have chalk available, 3 coppers per piece.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many do they have available?
They've got 10 available at 3 coppers each.
Oh my gosh. I will take 5. 3 coppers, and I will hand over the requisite 2 silver pieces.
I didn't even do the math. You took 5.
1.5.
Each at 15's 1.5, so the extra half. Okay.
2.
The shopkeeper makes out your change and hands it back to you.
What's this for?
She shakes her head. I heard about you. Take your change.
Oh, word spreads quick around here. I'll tell you what. Let's flip that coin. Heads, I don't take it, and tails, you keep it.
She smiles and nods. Deal. Flip it. Go ahead and roll
Alright.
a 1d2. And pick which number you want. You want 1 or 2?
I'm taking 2 all the way. Ah, shucks. Well, it looks like I don't keep it.
She smiles and takes the coins. All right, be on your way.
Excellent.
Anybody else need any more supplies or anything?
I'm just going to take 5 rations.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Well, from there, it's probably only like mid to late morning now. So you're not too far into the day, and it's not like it matters what time of day it is, I guess, when you're in the other world. So it's up to you guys if you want to leave now or do anything else.
It's a good time to leave, I guess. I've got nothing else that really needs doing.
You know, since the apocalypse started, my schedule's been so busy. But I guess we can go now.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right.
Before we leave, though, I am going to take off my fancy clothes and put on my regular ones.
That's
Oh,
probably
true, that's a
smart.
good idea.
Probably a good idea.
Everybody change.
Alright, now I'm ready.
All right. Give me just a sec. I got to look at it real quick. Yep, that'll work. Okay. Yep. So, you guys head to the gate. I assume. Got everything good?
I think we're golden.
I'm good.
All right.
Good.
You guys head to the gate, and the dwarves there have clearly been, notified of your presence. And as you approach, they give you a wave and open the gate, allowing you out into the misty courtyard. A small number of them, say 4 of them, follow you across the courtyard and carefully open the larger gate, just enough for you to slip through out into the mist. And wishing you good luck, they close the gate behind you, and you are back out in the creepy mist.
Can't say I missed it very much.
Missed it.
It's
clever.
Thank you.
All right. So you are traveling back towards the gate, right? I might actually need a dice for this session.
I don't see why not.
Okay. So for the first hour of your trip, everybody go ahead and give me your perception checks.
Woo!
I remember what perception is.
All right. And you don't detect or see anything unusual and make the first hour of your journey in relative peace.
Do I detect any large trees?
Yeah, I was just about to ask if you wanted to gather some bark. You do pass a couple of them, so you could spend a few minutes here and there gathering bark.
I would like to do that, but only on trees that are large enough to handle a significant amount of their bark being peeled off.
Okay. There's not a huge number of large trees as far up in the mountains as you are right now, but you do find 2 or 3 in that first hour of walking and gather
Oh, that's fun.
a good chunk of bark from each one. Go ahead and give me a... nature's a skill, right?
Yes.
It sure is.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a nature. Yeah, you gather, let's call it 4 days worth of rations in the form of bark.
Excellent.
All right.
Alright, I am good on that then.
And then give me another set of perceptions for your next hour of travel.
Great.
Not only go back to the clothes.
It's like me with the donuts.
Wit, are you just pretending to look around?
Yeah, at this point. I'm currently listening to Fal Dune just rant and rave. It's very distracting.
It's true. True.
Occasionally making comforting cooing sounds myself, you know. I mean, there might be.
Who's got to save the world?
I'm glad you brought that up. We actually need another sapphire stone.
Yeah, so could you go find one? Thanks.
All right. So you find the small trail that led off to the Otherworld gate and follow it and reach the mouth of the cave that contains the gate. So I assume you're going in.
Reluctantly.
Yeah. Great.
All right. So you all pop through the gate. I have that set already. Yeah. And if you scroll to the top right corner of the map. You find yourselves back in the other world.
Where?
Excellent.
And honestly, I think that's probably a good spot to stop for the night, because if we get into a big fight or anything, we'll start running over our time pretty easily, I think.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds like us.
And I don't want to keep anybody up late. Everybody needs their sleep.
I see Felix's health bar for some reason now.
I do too.
That's fine. Hey, I'm healthy. You can keep that up. I'll be honest, I don't really care whether it's up or not. Oops. If you want to set up your own bars, you can click on your token and then click the little gear that comes up near the bottom left. I guess not bottom left, but down and left of your character, and then you can enter values there to get your own little bar.
Get your own bar.
I don't
There we
know
go.
why it's visible.
Nor do I. I mean, the other everyone else, I can't. I can see mine, and I have numbers on mine, but Felix's doesn't have any numbers. But I could tell that when we first entered here, he was not healthy, and now he is healthy.
Now he's suddenly
Yeah,
healthy
I
again.
had to fix it. I got better.
Hmm.
I got better.
Did she turn you into a newt?
Yeah.
Is it still visible?
Let's
Nope.
see.
Okay.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Found the 7. Can you still see it?
Oh
Felix?
man. Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Solving the world's problems.
I was editing that page, so if you were editing it too, I might have overwritten whatever you just did. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine.
There we go. So yeah, good session. Got some good information, some new details about what's going on in the world, and another mission to undertake. So nice work, everyone.
Yeah, that was awesome. I liked visiting the dwarven city. It made me feel safe and like at home.
Well seen.
Excellent. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good night and a good week. My
Yeah.
calendar real quick.
Yeah, likewise.
That'd be nice.
17.
I should be around. I don't know that there'll be anything going on. My cousin's just had another baby. I think I said that the last time, so we might be doing something that week, but it shouldn't interfere with D&D.
Yep. No worries either way. So
Yeah.
we'll see everybody next week. Everybody stay safe and holler if you need anything.
Yeah. Make good
Yep.
choices.
Yeah.
You do the same.
Bye.
Bye.
You
Take
always, buddy.
care.
Tip well.